they're live at Chase Center because, Dibs, this would make you mad.
Dibs looks happy.
No, but this will make you mad. In the studio, there's toenail clippings, fingernail clippings.
No,
I'm doing it. Somebody's on blast. Put somebody on blast. Coming in the studio in our sanctuary, and you're clipping your fingernails and leaving them all over the studio.
Well,
disgusting.
It feels like we're doing a best of Jolo and Dib show right now because you want to talk about the amount of grooming that took place.
Wow.
Because the great Joe Fortenbaugh would lay into a 6-minute setup on Titans Panthers.
No.
And the first half under, and I like the first. And meanwhile, Lowe's sitting back there, headset off, just clipping away. So. Feels like a throwback, a little bit of a time machine moment here.
Dibs, before Mark gets in there,
I'm right here, but anyway, go ahead. I'm sitting right next to him, but go ahead.
Let's go to Mark.
No, but I was going to say, 6-minute diatribe by Joe Fortenbaugh. Was that more or less potent than the 49er 10-minute offense yesterday in the fourth quarter?
Way more potent because you knew you were going to get somewhere and you knew that you were going to get in the end zone. And, you guys mentioned it yesterday. If there was no scoreboard on the TV, if it was the old days of the NFL, you would have thought they were up 20-9 and they were just trying to pound the rock and matriculate the ball down the field, Mark.
Hank Stram.
No,
totally.
Did not make any sense. It didn't make any sense. Listen, there's a bunch of confusing stuff with this team right now, and I sort of hear it in your voices this morning, where as a fan, there's very little that we can sort of figure out.
Yes.
Like, why is it 2nd and 9 on every drive? What happened in the run game? It's 2nd and 9
so
on every,
true.
and then it's 3rd and 8 on every drive. And this is if the Kyle Shanahan definition, anything Shanahan definition is we can get production out of any running back, then why isn't it happening this year? And is that a Jeff thing? Is it an offensive line thing? What is it? And that's, to me right now, if you look, everything in a grand sense, and I know this might bother you guys, but in a grand sense, everything's fine with this team. They are in first place. They are the 4 seed in the NFC. Like, I know the schedule's about to get tougher, but then it gets easier again. Like, it is not in some sort of a dramatic place.
I don't think we said that either, Mark.
Right,
we mentioned how they're in first place. We mentioned that they may make the playoffs. We mentioned that they still control their own destiny. But when you look at the long-term view of things and you look at this offense, I just wanted to see them, hey, can the offense pick up the defense for one game? And we know, despite having all these weapons, the offense can't carry the day.
No, it's always. I said this all last week. Dibs will have my back on this. I said this is going to be a game where if they want to be in it, the offense has to score 3 touchdowns. You're going to have to pick up a compromised defense. They didn't do it. They got into the second quarter, and all of a sudden we're like, okay, there it is. The fumble that gets returned for 6. There's some things that you can pass off, but they're not there yet. The long-term view I don't do anymore because in the NFL we watch this week to week. So much changes. Too much. We watched it last year. They were 3-5. Then they end up a breath away from the Super Bowl. So I'm more on the short-term view, and you have a really good team coming to Levi's next week, and you better be able to figure out how to be more effective even with what you do. Your defense is compromised, and your run game is not working, and the 49ers aren't a good team if those two things are true.
What do you make of Shanahan being 0-26 when his teams are down 7+ points going into the final quarter?
I make it to where this is who he is, and his offenses are not built to rally from behind. And, I saw that stat yesterday, and I was kind of gobsmacked at that reality. And then you think about it, and this offense is built to front run. And Mark makes a good point about the run game. Even yesterday when they were trying to rally in the fourth quarter, and they were still trying to run the ball, they weren't getting anything on the ground. And, Jimmy Garoppolo in the pass offense, I heard you earlier, Bonte, and you're right. It's never been easier to move the ball via the pass. And I do think they had 2 big opportunities that they didn't cash in on. The deep ball to Ray McLeod. I mean, that's one that you
got to catch it.
Especially because we talk about, Jimmy can't throw the deep ball. Well, in this one case, he threw a perfect deep ball, and you didn't catch it. And Charlie Warner, great run-blocking tight end, not known for pass catching. I thought Brandon Ayuk was great. The run game is the biggest issue, but to your point, Bonte, this offense is not built to come back from being behind. But I'm with you guys. I would have at least liked to see them go sugar huddle, which is, not quite a hurry up, but it's a no huddle. Let's mix up the tempo when, you're on your own 1 yard line, fine. Now you get out from the shadow of your own goal line. Now let's do something.
Yes,
let's hurry things up a little bit. Let's be a little bit more aggressive, knowing that you need 2 scores.
Well, and so they get the ball back after Mariota scores a touchdown, I believe on the read option play,
right.
Whatever. It's 21-14. 58 seconds left. They get the rock back. They hit Jennings. They're moving. They got the one timeout. It gets to 3rd and 1. And you run a quarterback sneak in the middle of the field with one timeout, and then it forces you into this weird set of you got to throw it all the way down for an interception. Give me a field goal attempt at minimum there. And I'm not even I'm not outraged. It's just this is what you are? Really?
Yeah.
6 years in, the two of you, you can't even get a field goal attempt in this situation? It was demoralizing.
Yeah, it was a demoralization sensation is what it was, and we brought the jar today, so I wanted to make sure that I got the first dollar. I will go into the wallet here as soon as I can.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
I've been known to produce all kinds of
That thing's going to be
ducats.
empty. That thing's going to be empty.
We got to fill the jar. We got a big guest
do.
list today. We're going to talk a ton of Warriors, obviously, with a lot of excitement.
Calm down. You don't need to be jealous. You got all the credentials you need. We're sitting in a suite here. I will say this, quick aside, because we got plenty of 49er stuff.
Yeah.
We're sitting in a suite here at Chase Center. This place is ready already for tomorrow night. Chase Center, whoever runs this place is just like my mom. She used to get ready for company the night before they were coming. The table would be set the night before they were coming, and if you messed anything up, you had to go to your room. It was a big, big thing at my house. Chase Center, exact same thing. Like the T-shirts, immaculately placed on every single seat already. They are ready. This place could not look better. And so you walk in, and it kind of hits you in the face because we're sitting here on the day after a 49er game, but you're kind of like, oh, yeah, like contract extensions, rings, Lakers. Like tomorrow night's going to be really, really fun. So I'm already just walking through here. It's pretty exciting.
Saturday, as bad as Sunday was for the Niner fans, Saturday was one of the great sports days to be on your couch of all time.
How about that, man?
I mean, the Tennessee Bama game with Jim Cosmore there in attendance was absolutely incredible.
He there?
Yes, he was there.
Wow.
All over Facebook with his whole family.
The 18-inning Brandon Belt Washington Nationals redo, 18-inning playoff game that goes down to 1-0.
How about USC losing to Utah?
That was
on the
great.
Two-point conversion. You had TCU coming back against Oklahoma State. That was a nice little game. Michigan running all over Penn State in the morning.
No, but the big thing was pool extension, which we kind of hoped was coming, and then the Wiggins one. Are you kidding me?
I mean, right?
Yep. Right hook, left cross. I mean, it was unbelievable. And as Warrior fans, we get it too. It wasn't just sort of the excitement of Poole and Wiggins staying. It was the contract that Wiggins took. The messaging, I thought, from both of them. Poole saying, yes, I'm happy to play under Steph Curry for a couple more years. Wiggins saying, I'm happy to take this money, even though maybe I would get more at the end. And then, obviously, from the organization, let's not beat around the bush. This was a clear message that this is what we're going to prioritize right now, and it's probably not a good thing for the future of Draymond Green in this organization and potentially Klay Thompson too. That's a fact with what we saw over the weekend.
But I went to I got sushi on Saturday night. You guys mentioned the Mariners game. I had missed the whole thing. The lady behind me, as I'm picking up my my dragon roll, she goes, "Oh, can you guys put the Mariners game on?" I'm like, "That thing's still going on." She said 0-0, or not a Mariners game, but the excitement of the 0-0 game. And these contracts are like when you eat ginger when you go get sushi. It's a palate cleanser.
Look at
they can't fully turn the page from what we all know has happened, but a couple of nice contracts, a ring night, and we can all move on.
And then one thing is, Poole said, we're going to be pros. We're going to be pros to try to win another championship. And so I wouldn't fixate on the Draymond Green and Jordan Poole relationship. That needs work, no doubt about it. When you get slugged in the face, it's just say, hey, I'll wake up in the morning, I'm over it. Let's be buddy-buddy. Let's go have dinner. That's going to take some time. Hell, it may not ever happen. But Poole saying, hey, let's compartmentalize and go out there and win a championship. I loved hearing that from the young man. And also, Wiggins and Poole proving that, hey, it's not all about the money. It's not all about going to get your own team. It's about winning championships and being in a great culture and a great environment. And I think they proved that by putting their pen on the paper Sunday morning.
I mean, love what Poole said, but eyes are going to be on this, obviously, and I don't think there's any doubt. We can't just pass that off as because he says, let's be professionals, that's an easy thing to do. It's not. It's not. I mean, I thought it was really interesting to watch him in the eyes, not just listen to his words, but watch him in the eyes, and it sort of felt like he was saying, look, we're at least for now, don't ask us to be buddies. because it doesn't feel that way. We're going to be professional. Can they compartmentalize? Can this organization wrap their arms around everybody and make it work? Probably, but that, like, what they are trying to do in a team concept where, as even Draymond put it, camaraderie matters, chemistry matters, just the function of everything. When there's a down night, when there's a bad play, that stuff is hard. That what they're trying to do now that we've watched both of them talk, and it does not appear either one is like, yeah, we shook, we good, we shoved each other. There wasn't any of that. There was no warm fuzzy, and that's not easy. That's not easy to do now. So It's going to be interesting.
Well, it's definitely not easy, but Friday night, did any of you watch the game Friday night? Did you watch the Warriors game?
Oh, yeah.
How?
Good little team.
My God. I mean, Wiseman's looked like he's taking quantum leaps forward, and him and Kuminga being able to play together on the court didn't have that on my flow chart of success this early.
I mean,
the whole thing, it looks like they picked up where they left off times about 4 because of what you're saying. I mean, the young guys got better. James Wiseman, he actually has a uniform. I thought he was only street clothes issued.
He looks angry, Dibs, too. When he gets the ball around, I mean, in a good way. Like, when he gets the ball around the rim, he's like, I am going to yam in someone's face and break their face.
I love him on the perimeter. I love him on the perimeter and his touching and his passing ability and that split action. He's on the perimeter. Getting the ball, he's making nice bounce passes.
I love when you talk split action in October.
You know
Floppy
elevators, come on, baby. The split action. Hey, I'm locked in, man. Ring nights tomorrow. Put a smile on my face talking Warriors. The activity, though, with Kuminga, Wiseman, learning how to play the game. We didn't see Moody on Friday. Warriors are loaded. We know that. They're stacked. And now let's move on. We'll try to move on as best we can with the season and playing the Lakers tomorrow night. Going to be a lot of fun at Chase.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. In the meantime, just remember, as we part for the day, just remember the Niners are in first place.
And so the Warriors. So
nice.
everything is fantastic. By the way, though, before you go, I also want to put this out there, not only to the people who already, because we've got your big numbers on YouTube right now, that have been watching you guys all morning.
The big numbers, they're very huge.
They're huge.
Tremendous.
And want to let everyone know who's not there yet. We are not only at Chase, and therefore can you get a little bit of a look of the arena in the background if you tune in, but also Steph Curry signed jersey, Klay Thompson signed jersey. Damn. We are giving those away today. So will Steiny and Goo, and you got to be watching on YouTube to win. So the very first one is an hour away. Between 10 and 10:30 is when we will tell you how you can win the Steph Curry signed jersey, and you have to be on YouTube to do that. So if you're there, thank you. Stay there. If you're not there, get there. Go to YouTube and just search 95.7 The Game, and that's all you got to do.
Man,
wow, I'm jealous.
I am too. And when you
we
guys
didn't get the invite to Chase Center. They get Bob Myers.
I know. Well, that's what I was going to
Snyder,
say.
Really, Bonte? Really, Bonte?
Well, do me a favor, you two.
With what's about to happen all year, you're going to give me. You didn't get the invite to Chase Center.
Thank you, man.
Is that really what you're going to go with?
We're stuck here in the studio looking at fingernails and toenails, talking about Kyle Shanahan. You guys got Bob Myers coming.
Give him a hug for me. Tell him I said what's up.
Brendan Snyder.
I hope he had a great summer.
Zaza Pachulia.
Yeah. Scoop up those nails, send them to 23andMe, and we'll find out in 4 to 6 weeks who's responsible.
So gross.
Man, this is nasty. You guys have a good one, man. We'll be live.
All right, fellas.
All right, brothers.
No doubt.